Coming back to this slide and the verse on the seventh rune, the Hagel rune and Odin's song about magical songs stopping the fire. So, how do we connect the fire? And what is this fire that magical songs can stop? The fire that this song can stop is very clearly noted: panic, cancer, and psychoses. And this is where we can be grateful for this lady's work, Giovanna Conti and the Biological Meaning of Music. Giovanna Conti is a pianist and music teacher who views herself as more than just a musician. She considers herself an observer who uses her musical skills to explore and manifest cosmic principles. Her unique perspective blends her formal training in music with a deeper understanding of the universal laws that govern life. Giovanna Conti's journey into understanding musical inspiration began in 1997 as she sought to uncover the true source of what drives composers to create. In 2002, she went through her own Senseful Biological Special Program. She had a uterine cervix carcinoma deemed malignant. Someone handed her the work of Dr. Hamer in an effort to explain the reason for her biological conflict. By 2007, her collaboration with Dr. Ryke Geerd Hamer culminated in the concept of the Archaic Melody, a profound link between music and the five biological laws of nature of Germanische Heilkunde. And this concept reflects the idea that music is not just an art form, but a direct manifestation of the biological processes that govern all living beings. She explains that all living beings, including humans, are naturally attuned to the vibrations of the cosmos. When living beings produce sounds, whether through music or natural bodily functions, they resonate with the cosmic vibrations, contributing to the harmony of the universe. This resonance is not just a byproduct of life, but an essential part of the ongoing dialogue between nature and the cosmos, where music plays a central role. Conti draws a strong connection between music and the biological laws of Germanische Heilkunde, suggesting that music is a natural extension of the body's response to environmental stimuli. According to her, the five biological laws demonstrate how human beings and all living entities react in meaningful ways to these stimuli. Music, therefore, is an expression of these biological processes, making it a manifestation of both nature and cosmic principles. Let's look at the first biological law of nature. Here, Giovanna Conti emphasizes that nature inherently operates with a loving intent towards all its creations, including human beings. Contrary to the conventional view that some biological manifestations are malignant, Giovanna Conti asserts that nature does not have a malignant purpose in any of its processes. Instead, every aspect of nature, including disease and healing, is an expression of love, guiding living beings through their evolutionary journey. The first biological law of nature states that cancer is a replenishing process. This is the iron rule of cancer. All disease is hereby known as a senseful biological special program triggered by a biological conflict. This follows the criteria that it was experienced as acute, highly dramatic, unexpected, came from left field, isolative, and caught off guard or caught on the wrong foot. And intrinsically, the first and fifth biological laws are always existing together. The fifth biological law of nature is the quintessence, the fifth and highest element in ancient and medieval philosophy that permeates all nature and is the substance composing the celestial bodies, the essence of a thing in its purest and most concentrated form. Giovanna Conti describes the musician as a unique entity who, as a sentient being, has the ability to perceive, decode, and express natural stimuli through music. The musician acts as a bridge between nature and the cosmos, channeling the vibrations and intentions of the universe into musical works. This process makes the musician a vital part of the chain of nature's manifestations, contributing to the ongoing dialogue between life and the cosmos. Herein lies the magic of the archaic melody. Giovanna Conti's study on the biological meaning of music within Germanische Heilkunde reveals how composers like Mozart, Beethoven, and Chopin reflect biological processes in their music. Giovanna Conti found that their compositions resonate with human biological rhythms and conflicts as described in GH. These biological processes vibrate at varying frequencies. This raw sound emitted from these vibrations are the archaic melodies which resonate throughout nature and the cosmos. In our biology, we thus have archaic melodies that correspond to specific SBS or senseful biological special programs aiding in self healing. And each SBS program and its healing phases can be represented through classical music structures, like these master's works, which align with GH principles as researched by her. Mozart's music mirrors his struggles with financial instability and fear of failure. Beethoven's works reflect his battle with deafness, and Chopin's compositions capture his chronic illness and existential fears. Their subconscious is somehow imprinted into conscious matter through their compositions, which they themselves performed. And these connections suggest that music can influence healing, or that art, especially music, was a form of healing sought by the person's psyche, which reflects the archaic melody in nature. Healing, according to the five biological laws of nature, involves moving through these conflicts toward a state of normatonia. Giovanna Conti has linked her work in studying these composers' works and determining the true source of what drives them to compose their works in such a manner. It was only through her collaboration with Dr. Hamer and the five biological laws that she was able to link them. Here we demonstrate the therapeutic function of archaic melodies that parallels classical music with the five biological laws of Germanische Heilkunde. Here we have the second biological law of nature, the third biological law of nature, and the fourth biological law of nature, and of course, the fifth biological law of nature, the quintessence, is present in all. And let us now connect Giovanna Conti's discoveries with these musicians' SBSs imbued into their music and Dr. Hammer's Mein Studentenmädchen, and how it is the perfect prototype of both archaic melodies and senseful biological special programs, formerly known as disease. We have linked how music has magical qualities in line with cosmic forces inspired and passed down by the Germanic deity to humans. We have linked how music is a mirror reflection of the raw archaic melody of our biology that is in nature and the cosmos, as well as our SBSs or our senseful biological special programs. My Studentenmädchen, translated as My Student Girl, is Dr. Hammer's love song dedicated to his soulmate, Sigrid Oldenburg, in 1976 to celebrate 20 years of their love. They were young, they didn't have money, all they had was this great love for each other. Commemorating the first time they met and kissed, that was the seal that would bond them biologically. In the book, Dr. Hammer says that he is proud to have intuitively felt and realized the biphasic character of this love song 5 years before the discovery of Germanische Heilkunde, associated with a senseful biological special program, and all five verses presents this biphasic scheme. He is proud that Mein Studentenmädchen is a perfect example of an archaic melody that is just natural, since the whole cosmos vibrates to the rhythm of a great number of archaic melodies, and thus these melodies are a part of cosmic law. Perhaps the most important criteria for an archaic melody is that the magic lies in the composer having the biological conflict, writing and composing the song. Later on, Dr. Hammer insisted on performing the song himself. In the case of biphasic poem of Haydn Röschlein and Goethe's biphasic music, it is not the same. The conflict is unique to the person, and thus the solution is also unique. We have to emphasize the magic behind the archaic melody, and Mein Studentenmädchen lies in the song and lyrics being composed, written, and performed by all the same person, much like the classical works, to possess the magic of the archaic melody. For Dr. Hammer, singing his own song was crucial because he believed in maintaining the direct connection from Odin to all the free people who deserved to benefit from a pure, magical melody. He felt a deep responsibility to record his own melody, not out of vanity, but from a sense of duty. His goal was to serve and reach all people, emphasizing that his music was meant for the benefit of everyone who is free and deserving of such healing. Here he is, recording it in 432 Hz in 2014. We discussed Mozart, Chopin, and Beethoven. Now let's focus on Dr. Hammer's biological conflict. Dr. Hammer's specific conflict involved a territorial fear or territorial anxiety related to the bronchial mucosa. The significant DHS or Dirk-Hammer syndrome, or the triggering causal event, occurred when Sigrid informed him that she might be pregnant. During their teenage years, Dr. Hammer faced deep conflicts due to financial struggles and lack of family support. He noted that during this conflict active phase, he developed nerves of steel, which helped him complete his studies quickly. His wife Sigrid also achieved remarkable success, taking exams while managing three children. He noted that he had many tracks, including his mother in law, who would say that when Sigrid got pregnant, "Is it necessary? Don't you have enough problems already?" The death of his son Dirk Hammer remained to be his greatest track. Dr. Hammer wrote the song out of love, his great love for his wife of 20 years, through thick and thin, through luck and danger, and this always seemed to be the solution to his conflicts. The archaic melody of his biphasic senseful biological special program of territorial fear is therefore imbued into the song, the lyrics, and his voice, giving it the magical properties much like Odin's sacred songs that can stop the fire. This is what Dr. Hammer said in an interview. "I'm thrilled to offer my patients a chance at a remarkable survival rate, with some achieving up to 99%. In the past, a cancer diagnosis often meant hearing that you had only a few months or half a year to live. Now, patients can reach out to me, apply it, and find hope in the fact that as long as they follow the protocol, they can effectively manage their condition. For example, if someone identifies a conflict related to work but plans to retire in 6 months, they can use Mein Studentenmädchen during the time and address the conflict as it resolves. The possibilities are incredible, and we can truly envision a 99% survival rate if the process is followed correctly, without relapses or poison. This is a powerful advancement we've dreamed of and are now seeing become a reality." Here's a page from the book which demonstrates the perfect biphasic system of an SBS that matches the phases of the song. Giovanna Conti describes these as known in music, the exposition of a musical theme. The section A, followed by the elaboration, or also called development, of a theme, which is the section B, the reprise of the theme, plus a coda, which literally means tail.